What made you go the route of women of color versus women in general? The reason why I choose women of color, and specifically our focus is on the Black community, is because there's an alarming rate statistically for sexual assault, sexual abuse, and also sex trafficking that disproportionately affects Black communities. And then not only is it disproportionately affecting Black communities, and when I say disproportionate, meaning if there's only 12%, 12 to 13% Black in the country, in the United States, and you see record numbers like 40% being trafficked, that is disproportionate to the population, right? And so when you see numbers like that, and it's happening in in majority aspects of sexual assault, you see the same thing. 1 in 5 versus 1 in 9. When you see these differing numbers compared to the population, and then when you look at those being serviced, right? And you see disproportionate numbers being serviced. So you see these minuscule numbers of people actually going to get help, calling hotlines, getting therapy, or even conversing about it. I believe the last statistic I saw was the average rate of report between the time of occurrence and the time of reporting of sexual assault in the Black community was something like 30 years before there is delayed reporting, before they even said or mentioned that they had been assaulted, right? And so changing that narrative is why I focus on the Black community and those of the African diaspora, and then at large communities of color, because we have these common threads, right? It's happening, these proportionate numbers are happening across the BIPOC community and across the African diaspora. And we're also culturally unique and different, that we have to start breaking down even cultural aspects that have taught us false narratives, right? No matter where that narrative came from, it's time for us to get to the root and the truth as to why we do what we do. And so that's why I choose the Black community, because I'm a Black girl. And I know that there's narratives that have been shown through movies, through music, through the community itself, through great grandma, through grandma, that perpetuate silence and even violence. And so that's the reason why I choose this community, because I want to be a part of the change that I literally live in and exist in, and so do my children.